with an aroma can do. Brighter day for me and you. The best part of waking up is in your cup.
This holiday season, every time you purchase a 12-ounce Snortbucks coffee, a portion of the proceeds will be given to the Penny Foundation, the world's premier charity dedicated to helping down-on-their-luck content creators pay their daily bills.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I need my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
So stop by your local Snortbucks today and help send some Penny their way.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News, the unreliable ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newsroom and welcome to the Galtopia News Network, your unreliable source for DSP News. This is the Snort Report, brought to you by Snortbucks Coffee Company, the best beverage company. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with two videos that will make up our current broadcast. Both of them brought to us by Burnell. First one, DSP, money does buy happiness. The hype train is cool. The hype train is cool, but I prefer tips. This is from January 11th of 2020, our current year of gout, and our second and last video to round up our broadcast, also brought to us by Burnell. DSP, Street Fighter V Salty Reunion with Evilaj, the king of contradictions, and I can't control my tantrums. That's so good. From January 12th of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, that's absolutely hilarious, to be honest with you. Let's not go ahead and hold off. Let's not go ahead and put this off. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Have a good time with it. Hopefully you guys are hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully your days are going well. So on and so forth. As the beginning, we're still in the opening stages of, if you will, of 2020. A lot of crazy things going on, but like I said, I hope you guys are all right out there. I hope you guys stay safe and whatnot. Let's have a good time laughing at our resident Porky Pig here, if we can, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Snort Report, and this is DSP News, always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG, Network and Productions. You guys all know the slogan. I don't smell no bacon cooking yet, and I don't smell my Snortbucks coffee being brewed yet. So, you know what I do. It's time. It's time to watch me work. Yikes. Alright, here we go.
This is how I play the game!
warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me. Team Mario Chase 300-bit here that pushed it to tier 2 of the hype train. Tier 2 of the hype train just got hit. So that means everyone, yeah, level 1 complete, it says. So I guess everyone who had contributed to level 1 got an emote. Everyone got an emote. Okay. Alright, well.
Look at all that fake hype. And I say it's fake because just off of the title of him preferring tips, it just goes to show that he's just trying to hype them up. He doesn't really give a shit about any of this, but he really wants the tips at the end of the day. It's crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Burnell, DSP. Money does buy happiness. The hype train is cool, but I prefer tips. This is from January 11th of our 2020, our year of gout. Here we go.
We're still cheering. Chucky Jack did a 100-bit cheer. Creepy Spaghetti did a 400-bit cheer. The hype train meter is filling again. Oh my god. So yeah, and the more you guys fill the hype train meter, when it fills, whoever contributed to that level of the hype train gets emotes that you get to use in the chat. Okay. Whoa, Creepy Spaghetti did a 1,043-bit cheer to become the top cheer of the night, and now we're at 56% of level 2 of the hype train. We're gonna get Creepy Spaghetti up there on the leaderboard.
Enjoying the chill vibe.
Holy crap, Blank Visit just did a 1,500-bit cheer that reached tier 2 of the hype train. Then Lucky Luciano did a 100-bit cheer, and an anonymous cheer did a 2,000-bit cheer. So that monstrously pushes us to the next level of the hype train here. Timbo Slice also did a 50-bit cheer, so let's hype this shit up. So now the anonymous cheerer, and then we ATS did a 100-bit cheer. Holy crap. Alright, now we're all the way up to 41% of the hype train level 3. Because of those giant cheers that just came in. Let me get that anonymous cheer up there on the leaderboard. Only 3 minutes, 39 seconds left for Hype Train level 3, guys. 3 minutes, 34 seconds left to hit Hype Train level 4. There's a timer on the screen now. Oh my god.
Now, I'm told that he can actually set the parameters of this Hype Train. He can decide how long it goes on for, what the cooldown is. He can even set the amounts for all of this. So just to keep that in mind moving forward.
God.
That's awesome stuff. I can't wait. I'm having so much fun now. Really, seriously, and I cannot wait for more. This is cool because I'm getting that positive vibe that I had for most of 2017. I'm getting it back now. Now, I'm getting that groove back, getting that vibe back. I'm ready for fun stuff. I hope you guys are ready too.
Whoa, hold on a second. 2-Bar King did a 1,000-bit cheer. Chai did a 100-bit cheer, and Blank Visit just did a 5,000-bit cheer.
Oh! It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
That ginormously exploded the hype train, and now we hit the next level thanks to Blank Visage. That 5,000-bit cheer propelled us to the, I believe we're at level 4 now? Level 4 of the hype train. Yes, so everyone who contributed to level 3 gets an emote, apparently. Alright, we're now level 4. Lucky Luciano did a 100-bit cheer. We're at 64%! 64% already of the level 4 hype train with 4.5 minutes left to go. Retro Jim did a 100-bit cheer. This is so ridiculous.
Oh my god, Creepy Spaghetti just dropped a 10,000-bit cheer. I think that's gonna max everything. I actually think that will max everything. I do. And then, of course, 1,000 troll responses of negativity. He's greed, and oh, it's Phil's greed. Oh, it's greed. Phil wants more. He always wants more.
Oh no, we're almost hype. We're almost maxed. Hype train level 5 is at 86% with 4.5 minutes left to max it. There's only 5 levels of the hype train. So all you guys who contributed during these levels are gonna get emotes. Oh my god, so Retro Jim cheered 100 bits. Games Lost did a 100-bit cheer. Lucky Luciano did a 100-bit cheer. Epic Hyperspace did a 200-bit cheer. Master Programmer did a 100-bit cheer. Doppelganger subscribed for 12 months. Last Gunslinger did a 100-bit cheer. Third did a 50-bit cheer, so the hype train's great. Your excitement level is...
You know what's crazy? How come we don't see this type of enthusiasm over any of his video games, or talking about his wife, or, you know, anything that doesn't have to necessarily directly have to do with money? He's not enthusiastic about anything in his life like this. It's always about money. It really is. Or putting people down. Especially those who have wronged him, which is basically everybody on the planet. This is just kind of, it's disgusting. It's really, really disgusting. Jesus Christ. I've seen strippers with more control and self-dignity than this. This is terrible. Truly terrible.
It's greater than any of the better games released in 2019. Wow.
Holy fucking shit. Relax. Some people just can't control themselves.
Extra cheers at a 500-bit cheer, so we were running the train off the train on the train, and an anonymous cheer at a 100-bit cheer, level 5 complete. That's it. Hype train complete. So that's how it works. We're at 101%. See, it's done. You can't go past level 5. So thank you, Chipe, for a 200-bit cheer. Holy crap. That was a lot of cheering, dude. Yeah, if you guys have new emotes, definitely show them off. We'd like to see them. And yes, Polish Frog, gifted subs do count towards the hype train. It's 100-bit cheers, gifted subs, or resubs, or regular subs, everything. Okay? 2 Willius resub for 5 months, a great stream. I haven't even played the game yet. I haven't even played the game yet.
It's not about the money. It's not. I'm not here to take a paycheck.
Well, fuck the hype train. Tip me $1, just go back to tipping, dude. Like I said, tipping does help me a lot, so I appreciate the tips, guys. Even though everyone went to the hype train to see what it was. That was pretty cool. Admittedly, it looked interesting. And I'll probably leave it on for future streams, but, you know, tipping...
Wow. I guess the dopamine has worn off. But he got almost $300 in cheers. And I guess let's be generous and say within the equivalent of 10 minutes. But, you know, back to them tips, though. Yikes.
helps me more than anything right now, so... Last night, ladies and gentlemen, the hype train launched. We had a launch of a hype train. And not only did the hype train launch, the hype train was maximized. The hype train got maximum hype, and it launched off the tracks, off the rails, into the stratosphere, exploded with rainbow sparkles and rainbows exploded everywhere, and unicorn emotes were divvied out. You might be saying, what in the holy fucking hell is Phil talking about, right? Well, I can tell you what I'm talking about. The hype train, folks. What is a hype train? I'll tell you. It's a new feature on Twitch.
Twitch is a bad business. Twitch is not a good place to put out quality content. It's not. They don't care about actual games. They don't care about what you put on your stream as long as this is coming into them.
Alright? This feature basically is that you're on a channel and a certain amount of contributions come into that channel via cheering or subscriptions within a certain period of time. Alright? If a certain number of contributions come in within a certain period of time, a hype train begins. Once that hype train starts going, a meter appears on your chat screen that says if you now obtain a new amount of contributions within a certain set period of time, everyone who contributes will receive an emote, and you hit the next tier of the hype train. There are 5 tiers of hype train, okay? Every tier you unlock different emotes, okay? And at the very end, everyone gets the best emotes, alright? Now, some people...
Now, real quick, is Twitch in, like, trouble or something? Like, did they not meet, like, their end of the year quotas or some shit like that? That, I mean, because I feel like this is, you know, allowing them to make more money on top of the streamer, but I feel like they're going to benefit a little bit more at the end. Like, is Twitch in trouble? Like, I'm asking as a legitimate question. Or maybe it's not even that they're in trouble. Maybe that's just me being a negative asshole. And, it's greed. It's greed. The greed is massively strong. So is that what that is? Like, I don't know. I don't see a lot of streamers, especially the big guys. I don't think they need this. And the smaller guys don't get enough exposure for this to even be helpful. I don't know. I have to think about it, I guess, but this seems interesting.
We're excited for this hype train, and some people are like, this is not worth it at all. I'll be very honest with all of you. It was very exciting when it was happening. It's a very exciting thing to see a meter filling and everyone participating and jumping in and saying fun stuff and getting all...
Like, I mean, talk about greed.
...excited and hyped up for this hype train event. And then once the hype train event ended, it was kind of deflating. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was like, so what happens now? Okay, well, we get...
Well, to be honest with you, he could have... If you think about it, streamers have kind of already been doing that. Because there are plenty of streamers who... who had, like, little filler bars at the bottom or at the top of their screens. DSP did it during his fundraiser. And, you know what I'm saying? And they can go ahead and track how much is being contributed through that. Tevin did it during his charity stream. Now, granted, the only difference is that you can spam, you get access to new emotes and you can spam emotes. I mean, theoretically, you could just enable all of your emotes for that stream or that event or however you want to word it and do the exact same thing. So this isn't like a new concept. So like why is there such an emphasis on this being like something like cool and fresh and new? When, like I said, as soon as the dopamine runs out over the money, you know, even he doesn't give a shit. Even though he's supposed to be hyping it up. And now he's going ahead and just saying, well, yeah, after all the money came in and it kind of stopped, I was kind of deflated. Idiot. You're not supposed to tell them that. So, I don't know. This is just very, very low effort. But what would you expect from Darkside Phil?
Some emotes. Wait a minute, no, we only get one emote, because that's right, what we determined, we didn't know this. You get one emote per hype train event, depending on the maximum level that hype train achieved, and you get 1 out of 5 random emotes. So, for example, hype train level 5 has 5 emotes. If you have all 5, it looks cool, because they're basically all connected to each other, but if you only get 1, it's kind of like a piece, 1 of 5, and now you're kind of like, well, I kind of want the other 4, so I can build the whole hype train in the chat. It's kind of silly to just have the 1 emote. Now, the other thing is you only get 1 emote per entire hype train. So, if you hit level...
But keep in mind, though, too, how many people were really participating in this? Like, if you think about some of the names he called out, I mean, what, maybe 15 people? Maybe 20? Out of, what, 300 people? I mean, it doesn't seem like anything particularly special if you think about it.
1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, you'll only get 1 level 5 emote for participating in the hype train. You don't get a level 1 emote, a level 2 emote, a level 3 emote. You see what I mean? And that's kind of deflating, especially if, you want, you're like, man, I'd like to start building these hype train collections. Can I get all the emotes? No, you have to participate in a separate hype train for each emote. It's like, what?
Plus, it's a scam.
This thing
Yeah,
is
he's literally admitted, wow, that'd make a great screenshot, but god damn, that didn't do him any favors. Look at him. Holy shit. Anyway, so you only get access to each individual emote in the tier if you contribute to it. Which means that if you're not actually contributing to the hype train, then none of this shit means anything to you anyway. If you're there to watch the stream and a hype train happens and you decide not to contribute for whatever reason, then you don't get a chance to participate in it anyway, right? You know, is that basically what I'm getting? It'd have been different if everybody in the chat gets to have access to it. But it doesn't sound like that's how that works. Yikes.
complete scam.
So, some people were very disappointed. I mean, I'm not going to blame you. I agree with you. It was kind of silly in my estimation. I thought, as it was happening, it was actually very exciting. It was something different. A giant bar appearing on the screen, filling up, and everyone getting excited.
Now, keep in mind, it's something different because this idiot doesn't actually leave his house to interact with people or to do anything at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure everything seems different. It's like when Amberlynn Reed goes outside and sees a bug that she's never seen before. Yeah, you've been in the house a lot, so maybe that's the thing. Unless a bug kind of crawls out of her hair, and then that's just tragic for everybody.
And hype and talking and cheering and subbing and everything was good. And then when we finally it ended, it was like, well, we kind of wish there was more to it, right? Because everyone worked together to be supportive, and it wasn't such an amazing thing by the end. Now, I do want to say thanks to anyone who was here and did participate. That obviously is going to help me out a lot this month. There's a lot of cheers that came in. A small handful of subs, but mostly cheers. And the cheers were very generous. So it helps out. Just understand that. It wasn't like it was a waste of time. But certainly, it was a little bit underwhelming. All right? So the hype train is in effect, FYI, guys. If you're not aware, the way it works is that within a 5-minute period, 5 contributions, I believe it's 5, have to come in. Yeah, it is. It's 5. So, if 5 contributions, alright, come in that are either 100 bits or more each, or 5 subs, or 5 gifted subs, or any combination of that. And what I mean by that is it could be 200-bit cheers, 2 people subscribe, and someone resubscribes. Or 1 person just comes in and gifts 5 subs away. Then that would count as the hype train starting up. Okay? That's how it starts. Then as it starts, you're going to see, if you haven't seen it before, it's pretty cool. At least the way it looks on screen is pretty cool. It gets the bar on the screen starting to fill up, and then it tells you, there's actually a countdown meter on the bar that says you now have this amount of time to reach the next tier of contributions. and it'll track every single one, every cheer. Then it doesn't have to be a 100-bit cheer anymore. It could be any level cheer.
But yet again, but the people who have access to those emotes, is it only the people who have contributed to the hype train itself? Or are those emotes accessible to everybody? Because as he said earlier, if you want to participate in the hype train, and let's say you missed the first two levels, right? And you only show up for level 3. That means you only get that emote. You don't get the 2 beforehand because you've already missed it, and you have a chance at getting the 2 afterwards. But that's pretty much it. But what about people who don't contribute at all? You know what I mean? What are the ones that are just kind of chilling in chat or just showing up or whatnot? Do they get automatic access to those emotes as well? Like if they were like gifted a sub, for example. Same concept, or is it only for those who put in on it? Because if that's the case, then most of these things are going to fall flat either which way. Something to think about.
Subscription, resubscription, or gift subscription. Okay, any level will then start filling up this contributions bar, and once it's filled, then you hit the next level, and then by the end, whoever could participated, all right, whatever the final level is on that hype train, you get an emote. Okay, so that's how it works.
I just want more money. Now here's the other thing, guys. As you know, I've only say this every stream. The best way to contribute to me is by tipping me, because tips I get right away and I can use that for stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, the hype train is cool, but you guys have been very supportive with tips recently, and the tips help me more than anything. Please tip me. Tipping helps me more than anything right now. That gives those funds I can put toward.
Holy shit! Ripley Atomic just dumped a ton of subs into the stream chat. That's a lot, man. Thank you very much, Ripley Atomic. Oh, there it is! We just got it. The hype train has started because Cleanup Man just subbed.
So it's interesting. And by the way, I do like the way that they set this up to look. It looks interesting. And kind of, oh man, get hype. You want to contribute. You want to get that hype train bar going up, right? What it is greed. That's all it is. It's greed. Lazy and greedy.
And so when you cheer...
Another thing, too, is doesn't Phil usually... Not even usually, always. Doesn't he discourage stuff like this? Like false hype and gimmick type shit? But yet, we're actively doing it because he can profit from it. But if this was anybody else, or if this was accessible to people, for example, on YouTube, and Twitch didn't do this, he'd have shit all over YouTube for this. And called it a gimmick, and called it stupid, and saying it's dishonest, and yada yada yada. But since he directly benefits from it, it's alright. Even though he's still shitting on it, which is only going to discourage people, or at least start getting people to think, maybe it's not worth participating to this. Wow. Yet again, I just wish he would think a little bit more before he talks. But he's such a bitch at the end of the day. He's just a whiny, complacent, just petulant little bitch. That this is how situations like this play out. You're trying to advertise this hype train thing, right? As a fun and interactive situation, while downplaying it at the same time, outright almost shitting on it, saying that, it only happens for a minute and then it kind of deflates, and, that what do we do now? And then to let his internal greed monster come out, I still prefer tips over everything else. Yikes.
Or you sub, or you gift a sub, or, all that, it'll happen, but, or at least we're at level 3 now, so if it stays at level 3, and we don't max out level 3 by the end of the 3 minutes and 40 seconds that's left, everyone who's contributed to this hype train will get a level 3 emote, okay? Alright, 24 seconds. Lights for Souls, can I get the emote if I didn't do anything? No. Apparently, only if you could participate in the hype train will it actually make that hype train, or give you that hype train emote, okay? 10 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4...
So yet again, I feel like someone should have... I kind of understand why they went about it, meaning Twitch. I kind of see why. Because it kind of drives the idea of more of you need to participate, and so on and so forth, to make this successful, but then you have no residuals for everybody else. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, I'm perpetuating a form of socialism here and everybody should get everything across the board. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I'm just saying it's not necessarily, worthwhile. Let me give you an example. So, if everybody... if let's say that you need 5 people to participate in some way, shape, or form per tier, right? So let's say, for example, okay, level 1, everybody came through, they helped out, yada yada yada, and so those people who participated get an emote. Let's say that if you make it, if the hype train makes it to tier 3, everybody who's in chat, if they make it to tier 3, everybody in the chat automatically gets tier 1, tier 2. So now we're at tier 3. Everybody who's there who didn't participate gets 1 and 2. Maybe that would give them a little bit more emphasis or incentive, if you will, and give them a bit more might, implore them, if you will, to, okay, well, we're at number 3. I already have the first 2, so I'll go ahead and contribute to 3. You know what I mean? And everybody who wants to continue to participate has to participate from 3 to 5, to simplify it a little bit. Maybe if they did something like that, you could attract more people in. Just my personal opinion, of course. Because if at the end of the day, all of this is not even for Twitch, it's really you supporting the content creator that you're watching. So that's why you would have an emphasis to do so. It's not about Twitch. It's not even about the hype. It's about the hype train itself. It's about you wanting to support the actual content creator. So you can see why there are people out there who run this for maybe 30 minutes or maybe even 40 minutes instead of the 5 minutes that Phil does, because he's trying to get as much money as quickly as possible. And then, like I said, I think, look at my notes. He has an hour cooldown on this thing too. So take that for what you will.
3, 2, 1, and the hype train has ended at level 3. Level 3 hype train. And it says, I got a level 2 hype train emo. Because we completed the 2 levels. What is this emo? What is this? What the fuck is that? It's a foot! I got a fucking foot! What is that? Look at that thing. It's a big, disgusting, hairy foot. That's what we got for it. That is nasty. A big, stinky foot on wheels. Wow. How exciting. So the hype train is in effect. If you guys want to participate in the hype train, that's how it works. Either 100-bit cheers, subs, resubs, or gifted subs. And it has to be 5 within a 5-minute period. Now, just to forewarn all of you as well, I did not want my stream to be completely derailed by hype trains endlessly, so I made it an hour cooldown. I just said this, but I'll say it again. The best way to contribute is by tipping me, because tips I get right away. Tips I very matter-of-factly use to do things such as grocery shopping, the cost of games, the cost of the internet, all the cost of all these daily things that I have to spend money on. Coming up this week, I gotta buy Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, so the money that I get from tips this week, I'll be paying, using to buy that. Plus, like I said, all the other things. So, tipping me helps me more than anything. Even though cheering, subbing, they're great, they help me long term. It's the tipping that I get right away that I can use for immediate use, okay?
Bring your best! This world! This world! Come on! KS7 will shove them up your ass. Gotta use the power to stop the motherfucking jackass. Dr. Eggman Taylor this shit. You're gonna fuck Solaris. Gotta fucking quick. Alright.
Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just go.
Okay. Pretty good example though, but alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That was short but sweet. As you guys know, ladies and gentlemen, we go into one of my favorite parts of this, where we get into our cooking segment of the broadcast, brought to you by Tasty and whatnot. As you guys know, you will find out what the actual meal is that is being prepared when that happens. Now, yet again, this is us trying to make a solid attempt here at GTG Network and Productions to see that Catherine becomes a bit more well-versed and her culinary experiences. She works hard, you know what I mean? She shouldn't have to come home to some ungrateful, man pig and whatnot, complaining over whatever, and then Jasper sitting there damn near starving and scared to go outside because Squirrel Gang out there wants him to come out so he can get beat up. So you gotta understand, there's a tremendous amount of stress on Catherine at any given time. So this is us trying to do our part to make things just a little bit easier. Ladies and gentlemen, we will go ahead and have our recipe pop up, and we'll see you guys in about a minute or two.
Gone. Like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you.
How to play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Oh boy. See, I'm glad that she appreciates, ladies and gentlemen, what we do here at GTG Network and Productions. We just want her to be a better cook. You know what I mean? As you guys may or may not remember, the lore around her was she takes pride in having a very nice, clean, and beautiful home, and she takes pride in the meals that she cooks and the satisfaction she gets seeing her son and her man pig be, being well fed. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to do our part here in 2020. So, no need for thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the second and last last video that will make up our broadcast. Brought to us by Burnell, DsP, Street Fighter 2. A salty reunion with Evilaj. Ugh. The king of contradictions. And I can't control my temper tantrums. This is from January 12th of 2020, our year of gout. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, get your salt ready. This is going to be delicious.
In particular, though, tonight I would really prefer, guys, if you're going to contribute to the stream tonight, please tip me. Because of this hype train going on last night and earlier today, the tips have actually been low. And tips help me more than anything else right now. Tips are what I raise in order to pay for stuff. Around here. I gotta buy a game coming up this week, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I have to pay for groceries and other things when I go out on Tuesday, which is my day off of the week. So I hope that we don't see a giant dip now in tips because people are jumping on hype trains and trying to do, cheering and subbing. Although, if you didn't notice, there's been a big positive impact. Take a look. Our subs went up by over 20-some subs within a day because of the hype train. So at least there is some positive impact. Don't get me wrong. I am grateful for all you guys who've been contributing via the hype train stuff. But
and see, as I said, I think in the last broadcast, that he should utilize hype trains a little bit more often, or however he's planning on doing that, or whatever the situation is, to help build towards that 700 sub goal and everything else that happens after that. As I said, I think he should go ahead and try to go for 100 subs, an additional 100 subs, I should say, every month. And like I said, the hype train, might be a way of going about it. Maybe. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You as a business owner, right? You have to be able to utilize what's around you. And if, Twitch is going to give him this, it's going to give him this tool, then you might as well use it. Even though, as I've already said, this is something that any streamer and most streamers were already doing before this was actually introduced. This isn't anything new. You can do this on your own. People do this on YouTube. Just saying.
the tips help me more than other stuff, okay?
An anonymous person gifted a sub to DsP official Circus Seal. So congratulations. And an anonymous 4x8 tipped me $1. Says, hello everyone, welcome to the Dark Side Phil late night stream. Leave your shoes at the door, have a seat, kick back, relax with some drama-free extreme chill. Get your penne out. Yes. I have it ready to go, dudes. All right, well, thank you for the $1 tip.
And Chong Lee tipped me $20, and because I whined about not getting tips tonight, he's tipping me $20. And he says, we never want you to go away. Here you go. Well, Chong Lee, thank you very much for listening to my incessant whining about not getting enough tips recently. I appreciate the tip tonight. I really do. Thank you very much. And thanks for being a jerk about it.
Well, holy shit.
Why? It's true. Hey guys, contributions are pretty low tonight. I don't know what's going on, man. Everything was going so well, and I don't understand what the issue is. When someone else, after he usually gives that little spiel, someone usually comes in with like 10 or 15 bucks. Hey man, thanks a lot, man. I very much appreciate it. This is gonna go straight to the bills or help me with whatever. And thank you for doing so, man. It's been really slow, so this is really gonna help me. Why didn't he do it then? It's the same asshole-ish type move he does any other time, but now it's pissing him off. Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone named Stimp711 just tipped me $100. Holy shit, thank you, Stimp. That is by far a monstrous tip.
That's kind of crazy that he has to get large donations like this to keep Street Fighter going. It's crazy. It's kind of nuts. And here's the thing, and I'm sure this has been pointed out by somebody before. There's no reason why he shouldn't just play Street Fighter 5. There really isn't. And especially, well, he doesn't play it on PC, but as of current, any of you FGC heads out there, you know what I'm talking about. There's currently, somebody figured out how to fix the netcode. Some people say it's great. Some people say, it's alright. Capcom obviously has recognized it and is like, well, we'll see what we can do. I think it's like a 5-day, I think they said in 5 days they'll make a decision. I personally agree with the idea that they're probably just going to kill it. They're gonna patch that shit right out of the PC version, and everybody's just going to be stuck. A lot of people feel like maybe they'll actually give it a chance. Whoever it was who did this didn't have to go into the source code. That's the first thing. This is like a really easy, quick fix. Secondly, he believes that this same fix that works on PC will actually work on PSN as well. So we'll see how that plays out, but it's very obvious that if the community is starting to get like this, Capcom needs to kind of pay attention, because if not, it's going to turn into like what happened in the Melee and Brawl community, when they were going in and starting to fix the game to its own preferences or whatnot, and Nintendo couldn't stop them, and Nintendo kind of had to bend the knee. Now, granted, that is their customer base, so they should give them what they wanted. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't see Capcom willing to take a knee like that. At the same time, though, too, it's obvious that Capcom has made some very good decisions with some of the other game franchises this year, and especially with Resident Evil 3 coming around, which looks really good. I might do a reaction to the trailer. But anyway, they made some pretty good choices with Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, as well as some other things, that Street Fighter is not a priority to them. Yeah, it brings in its little money and everything like that, but it's not an actual priority. They just do it because it's part of their namesake. At least that's the way I feel. I was talking to a few people on Twitter about it, and so on and so forth. But that's my initial thoughts. I don't know. I'll watch a couple. There's a couple people I need to watch, like Maximilian, and see what their thoughts are on it. But I mean, like I said, maybe they'll listen and actually use it, like actually allow it to be implemented across both platforms. If not, they're just going to kill it on arrival. But back to my initial point. Sorry, Phil should play Street Fighter V again, and he could, if people are willing to support Super Turbo or just Street Fighter Collection, I should say, like this, he could literally have a he could add what. Well, this is what he needs to do for chill streams: Street Fighter V, Blackout, Battle Royale, Minecraft, then PUBG, and then Street Fighter Collection. That's your 5 chill streams, and then the for the 6th day, for whatever, who cares? Turn it to a boomer stream or whatever. But he should do that. And like I said, with the if this code actually works for Street Fighter V, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He can go ahead and just demote him, de-rank himself and play scrubs all he wants or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. Let him prove, which is my real intention behind all this. Let him prove that all that 25-year-old tactics, that's fundamentals, can really carry the day in Street Fighter V. Let him prove that he can actually learn something new, or he's just the typical old dog. I hate to say this. We're gonna have to take out back and give him the old yeller treatment. Like, let him prove that he's worth a damn. He's so quick to shit on all these other guys who are pro fighting game players and so on and so forth, and how they have some merit, but they can't play the old stuff well. They couldn't do that because they don't have the fundamentals. Well, let him prove that he does have the fundamentals and that he can actually do well. Let him prove it. And I think people would pay to see it.
Contribution to the stream, let me get you up on a leaderboard here. Oh, I need more money.
What? I did this fake head stop, which should have stuttered back, but he just mashed dash upper and hit me.
I mean, you did the pattern twice, though, so he kind of already knew what was coming. Plus, he had distance on his side. And I'm not even, like, a super turbo, like, aficionado or anything like that. But you can see the pattern gameplay with it. I'm going to have to go over this stream. I'm going to have to go over this FGC stream. I mean, his fighting game, Street Fighter stream. I want to do that now. Because, like, it's all flowchart patterns and reactions. And even then, if you go by the flowchart, dude, that gives you so many different, like, branches that you could go off on. And he never does it. He goes for the shit that he's comfortable with. He doesn't even utilize shit for maximum damage. There are other people you can watch, like Evilaj, for example. That's someone who, at times, especially if he can confirm the hit, he'll go for maximum damage. Phil will go for everything that leaves him as safe as possible. And if that's how you're comfortable with playing, then so be it. But that don't make you good. You know what I mean? And then don't get mad, because if you want to play as comfortably and safe as possible, you're going to start going into patterns. And eventually people are going to take advantage of it. But let's continue. DSP news.
Bullshit. I would love my combo. Oh my god, again, my move didn't come out. You can actually hear the sound effect for it come out late. Bullshit, I should've got my throw. I'm blocking low! Oh my god! I'm blocking low, it hits me low. Then I do my special move, he walks forward, gets a throw before my special move comes out. These people have awful fucking connections. It's so terrible.
I smell salt.
Playing the fucking lag-ass tactic and awful connection, I can't get out of it. It's so lame. On fight, he misses headbutt. I do low medium kick into scissors for 3-hit combo. Only the low medium kick comes out. He goes, I should do a lockdown throw. He gets a throw instead, so I mash out of it. He walks to the other side, he does low medium pick. I'm down back, he hits me anyway. Okay, now I'll do my special move. Oh, he walks forward and throws, and my move never comes out. Like, it's a comedy of errors. It's like, miss a move, miss a move, miss a move. The fucking collection is terrible. So bad.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, this is coming from a reactionary player, right? So, in his mind, the moment he presses a button, it should do something. Despite the fact that he may have mistimed it, or maybe he was getting hit, or he was stunned, or whatever the case may be. On top of the fact that, let's be honest, Street Fighter Collection isn't the best from a net standpoint, so you kind of have to take lag into account, or whatever the case, or just connections in general, which one can adapt because everybody else can do it. Why can't he? Mr. Former pro fighting game player. Just throwing that out there. Womp womp.
It's just fucking laggy walking back and forth and mashing headbutt and mashing throw with fucking Balrog. This is what Scrubs do in the arcades too. Scrubs used to play with Balrog just like that in the arcade. They didn't understand any lockdown or space. They just fucking walk back and forth mashing throw and shit. It's fucking stupid.
I myself am a former pro fighting game player.
He mashed like a motherfucker. He just did a Hail Mary. He had no idea what I was gonna do. He just did a Hail Mary super, and the game let it blow through whatever I was actually even trying to fucking do. That was trash.
What? Wasn't he going for like a crouching medium? And he was outside of range. And dude saw it. Ugh. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, like I said, I've watched a lot of pro fighting game shit. I like watching the FGC and whatnot and so off. There's a lot of people in there that I respect and shit like that. I'm not a fucking diehard player or anything like that. I dabble, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. I'm cool with being called a scrub if that's the case and whatnot. But what I do know is you threw a move out there believing that it was safe and you got punished. That's what happened. And God bless Snort Burnell for this, but I need to see the stream. I need to actually see the stream, and I need to see the match in its entirety to give you guys at least my input, which is all I can offer you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a pro fighting game player or whatnot. I'm not even a novice, if you will. So all I can do is give you my opinion. I'm going to do that. We're going to, I don't know. I want to try, I kind of now want to set, like, if I could set all across like 2 weekends a month, that would be kind of cool. That would be kind of dope. I think I have to do that, because no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, like, if you're even somebody who doesn't play FGC, who doesn't participate in the FGC, knows that you got punished because you threw a move out there to be punished. He wasn't forced to block it or anything. You were outside of range. He has to understand what footsie is. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, but we're gonna do it. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but we're gonna do it. Yikes!
Complete trash.
Holy shit, that's terrible gameplay. Take a paycheck for that, huh? Accept a paycheck for that quality gameplay right there.
Just like every throw he got, he didn't earn it. He just mashed punch, hoping he would get throw because it was laggy. So fucking stupid.
And then he makes excuse, and then, I mean, we all know this, but then he has, not even makes, he has an excuse literally for everything. For everything. How is that plausible? That you, I mean, don't be wrong, the excuses are garbage, but how? How do you have an excuse for every downfall that that's ever fallen upon you? Why can't it be you just got outplayed? Why can't it be that person's smarter than you? Why can't you be that person's reactions are better than yours? Why can't you just accept that, you know what, it was a bad match for you? Why did... Yikes. Yikes.
Very lame. Very lame.
Well, everyone in the stream chat saying, oh, lag, salt, lag, salt, salt, lag, salt. Hilarious.
And I've seen him play in lag. I've seen him play in lag and absolutely beast dudes. You know what I mean? And there was no problem there. It was all gravy and shit when lag was working on his behalf. But everybody else, oh, I got cheated. I got ripped off. Oh, they don't know how to really play. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any fundamentals. Yada, 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 yada. Oh, the game itself is just horrible. That's why the Street Fighter sucks. Jesus Christ.
Talk about something else.
Bullshit! What? Dude! What is going on? Oh, he's doing his walking back and forth, the mashing punch is giving him throw no matter what I do. Oh my god.
What? I didn't move. Now he gets a throw. Now he gets another throw. Dude, you see this bullshit?
Oh, you're gonna get salt, 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 salt. It's, oh, even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
This is what happens when the game runs at the wrong speed. Vega gets away with stupid shit. So he's just doing
the port that he was playing at Evo 2005 was at the wrong game speed too. Didn't say shit about that. Or he, well, actually I think he did. I think he did say, he mentioned something in that interview. I think. No, he didn't. Well, not in that interview. He may have mentioned that in another interview. But he didn't say anything about that initially. When he said that Alex Valle and the rest of them, and the rest of the OGs at that time need to respect his win. And respect those who placed, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Top 8, I think is what he was saying. He said that everybody who didn't participate need to at least give respect to those who made top 8. But he didn't use that as part of his argument. Yikes.
What you can't do in the game, it's impossible, I'll tell you right now. It's running at the wrong speed. So, he's getting away with shit you can't do in the actual fucking game. And then I'm counter-moving, I'm counter-moving. I should be able to get my throw. Oh, I mash punch.
Now, keep in mind, the actual game itself, there is no, like, online port for that unless he's playing, like, GGPO or something, and he's not going to do that. Or Fightcade, and he's probably not going to, he's definitely not going to do that. That's where the real killers are. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, there are plenty of killers online. But, like, the real killers are over there on those two platforms, and he's not going to do that. He don't want no part of that. Or GGPO is actually the system they use, sorry. But you know what I mean. He's not going to go over there with them. And last time I checked, you can connect your stick to your PC. I mean, he might have to go through like another like emulator or something to make sure that everything comes out correctly, but that can be done. He probably has the peripherals for that now. So why isn't he doing that? Why do we just keep buying the re-released port that Capcom keeps putting out year after year after year, instead of just going online or just playing it through your PC and find out where the real heads are at? Oh boy.
Throwing instead. What? Why is he at the throw? It's timing it right. Fuck this fucking laggy ass scrub. You got laggy connection, the game runs too fast and he runs around throwing randomly like a fucking scrub. Fuck off. Terrible player.
Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic.
I did the wrong button right there.
He hit his wrong. I mean, he did, but that's not the point. The point is that he had him in a situation where he kept him basically in block until he could do Psycho Crusher, which he does that purposely short, just enough to kind of get him on that first or second chip, and then restart all over again. Well, you're accusing this guy of using abusive online tactics. You don't have the execution to do that in real life, or do that on a cabinet. I can almost guarantee that. And there's charge compensation on console too. So, man, I'm such. Yeah.
You see what he's doing? He's literally mashing punch trying to get a throw. I told you. Oh, punch. Where's my mash throw? Where is it? Oh my god. I didn't do that. I did scissors. Didn't do that.
Talk shit about throwing and then immediately goes for a throw.
I did head stop, I did neutral jump kick, and neither came out. What? He mashed punch again. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything. And he got 3 free hits.
There wasn't enough hit stun on that light. That's why he was able to react the way he was able to.
block. I can't block.
Oh my god, dude, just shut up. Just shut up and stop whining. Oh.
I can't do anything right now.
Oh!
He poked the fuck out of me. He poked the shit out you. God, dog.
My god. That was great. Oh my god.
I didn't do anything again! I'm down backing! I give up. I can't fight this guy. I seriously can't fight that guy. His connection is so bad to me. He's doing jump-ins, and I just block, and he gets 3 hits. Not 2 hits. He gets the jump-in, the follow-up, and then another hit afterward, and I'm not even doing anything. Like, fuck that. That guy is absolutely terrible. That was 100% garbage. Fucking really bad.
Over 1,800 milligrams of sodium.
Oh my god. Complete and utter trash.
Fighters ready. Engage.
But the best part was, the first round, when I'm beating his ass, he gets exposed by walking back and forth, mashing punch. You could see him, the claw just poking like this. He's walking back and forth with medium punch, trying to mash a throw out to win desperately. It's so bad, man. Bad players are just so disappointing and so deflating in games like that. So I get free moves. I get free hits and free moves. Nothing you can do about it because my connection sucks, and you gotta put up with it. Okay.
Yeah, bad player. That guy's a bad fucking
Now,
player.
keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a tournament, right? This isn't competitive. This is just, you know, in the words of David Vonderhaar during the Black Ops 2 era, filthy casuals type shit. But this is how we're gonna... This is how mad he gets over one loss. He was already running the lobby. You know what I'm saying? He had the most wins. He still does, I think, at that point, before that guy ended up catching up to him. But this is how we're going to do. He wants to make sure that everybody's down there, and they can catch their little wins every once in a while, but as long as he's leading the pack, it's all gravy. All this over some non-competitive shit. None of these dudes are trying to go to EVO. Oh, well, maybe they are, but whatever. Like, this isn't an EVO qualifier. This is what happens when your whole identity is based off one game. And you're not man enough to admit that's it's a shitty game. Or at least the ports that are out on it, I should say, are pretty shitty. And because there are so many different ports of it, each version's slightly different. And Capcom may never ever release a pure, well, not say there's even a pure version, but you know what I mean. An actual authentic version to the original. They may not be able to do it. They may never do it.
He is.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Walking back and forth, randomly mashing, and then randomly doing wall dive after wall dive after wall dive is not how you play top tier Vega at all. That's not even close. That's not even a mid tier Vega. That's scrub level Vega that only works online. Like I said, I can't even block when he was jumping in. Oh, on reaction, block high. It would get jump kick, low medium punch, and then he'd do a third low medium punch, and all of it would hit. I wouldn't be able to do anything to any of it because his connection sucks. Retro Jim, it's possible he could be having the same lag as me or not. Fighting games are not equivalent when it comes to the connection. People think they are. They're completely wrong. You can watch 2 people recording the same match, and one person shows lag, the other person has none. You can even have matches that desync and don't even show the same thing on the screen. That's not how fighting game netcode works. People are just completely misinformed and stupid when they talk like that. The truth of the matter is, if he does have a laggy connection on his side, that's why he knows he can get away with that shit. He knows that if someone's attacking with a combo, just mash punch because I'll probably get a throw through it because the lag is so bad, the game won't allow him to complete his combo. And that's terrible. That's breaking the game is what that is. That's not fun or competitive. That's fucking trash.
I'm not doing anything. I didn't do anything there either. Oh my god, it won't parry or block. It won't parry or block.
I am a former professional fighting game player in the capacity, not that I did it for a living. I was a high-level tournament player, 4th place at EVO.
He's a slow jump. Parry, doesn't parry. Okay, block, doesn't block. Oh look, now I mashed super and I hit you. It's so frustrating trying to play these guys at lag. It's so fucking frustrating. Because everything he's doing is very, very easy to stop offline. He's doing simple one hit here, one hit there, one hit here, trying to confuse me with a mix-up. I know what he's doing and I'm countering it and it doesn't come out in time because it can't do reactionary stuff in this game online because the lag is so bad. It's so frustrating.
Then one would be able to work around it. Because, I mean, think about what he just said in his statement. He's going back and forth with basically hit and run tactics to try to confuse me, but I know what he's doing, but I can't react to it because of the lag, basically. Here's the thing. what one move do you think he was trying to use to get himself out of that situation? There are a bunch of normals that he could have used to try to make his escape if that was the case. He's not doing it. He's going for that one get off of me button. Or special move.
So, when you play this game so much offline, and then you play it online like this, and you're so disappointed, it's a shadow of what the game really is. It's fucking disgusting and pathetic. Oh my god.
No, Justin, I don't want to adjust to the lag. That's insanely stupid. If I adjust to the lag, I'd have to adjust to the connection of every laggy fucking person. I would never be playing the games like they're intended to be played. I'd be playing like a complete fucking idiot, abusing garbage and not having fun. These games are only fun if you're a complete nitwit idiot who's never played the game for real before in a competitive setting. Then you would think it's funny to play with lag because you don't understand how the game could be at a high level, how good it can be.
Nobody there is trying to play that at a high level. And they can only work within the boundaries of the port that they're playing on. What are you talking about?
How fucking Vegas play, alright? I had enough of this shit.
I had enough of this stupid shit. That bitch Blanca was a counterpick for Vega, by the way. Blanca is a known counterpick for Vega. Here we go. Bullshit! I reacted, it didn't work in time for the lag. Can't do anything because of the lag. Here we go again. Hit lag pattern Blanca. Lag pattern Blanca.
Any moment, I can pick up a controller, and I can play any game at professional level.
Yep, it's a counterpick. Bullshit.
Now, is this the same idiot who tells us he knows everything about this game? This is his game. This is his forte. Been playing this shit for what, 20 years or whatever it is, and he still can't get around. He can't get around counterpicks. Everybody goes through a counterpick. You do what you can. You continue to try to play up to your strengths. You have to try to outthink that person. You can't just try to outreaction people and think it's going to carry the day with you. Yikes. 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years. Amazing.
Nothing I can do. He can just do balls the whole round and they counter hit everything Vega does. This is completely disgusting that he would even do that. He counter picks. He's a fucking piece of shit. What a piece of fucking shit that guy is. I will counter pick you. I will pick the character I know in a laggy environment completely destroys the character you pick. Fuck this idiot.
All I can taste is the saltiness.
Oh, look who it is, my buddy. It's my laggy ass buddy. There we go. My laggy ass buddy, Rudo Bernstein. Oh, whoa. That's always a good sign with a whole
Oh shit, he's not gonna run. He ran from AJ for how long? 2 months? May have been longer than that. At least, yeah, it might have been longer than that. Because I think that last stream they had was in what, September, October? And then, yeah. I think it was in like September, October. Because that's when he started jumping into the whole random lobbies type situation. So yeah, he's been ducking Evilaj for a while now. I'm surprised he didn't run. I mean, he's probably tired of hearing people saying, "Oh, you're ducking him," so maybe that's it.
Beginning. Mature adult cheers, a good day, also Street Fighter stream. Going on today. Yes, thank you, Rulo. Stupid Blanca Mary match. What a fun matchup that was. Oh my god, it actually worked like that, huh? That's crazy. I don't want that. Yeah, oh god. Stupid game. Can't block, couldn't block. What? I couldn't block again.
Couldn't block again. Yup. Complete nonsense. complete lag pattern nonsense. Couldn't have blocked. He just getting hit after hit after hit. I'm not attacking, and I'm not doing anything but down backing. And he gets hit after hit. The game sucks. The game sucks, and that guy is a piece of fucking shit. It's salty as fuck.
He's definitely salty as fuck, but realistically, I mean, Evil AJ had him scared to move, and Phil was literally trying to counter hit everything. Pretty much. Or almost everything, I should say. Like, it's... Yeesh.
It's like pure soul. All you can
And the thing is, though, too, is this also comes from the fact that he doesn't play a large pool of players. And he doesn't play a large pool of characters. When you think about Super Turbo, I'm thinking what? Vega, Ken, Bison, DJ, and he don't even bring his DJ out that much anymore. Wonder why that is. Cammy occasionally, like he has like a small pocket Cammy, but it's really just abusing her fierce in her roundhouse, which is what most Cammies do. His pool of characters is really small. You know what I mean? Dazim every once in a while. It's kind of small. You would think for someone who's been playing as long as he has, he would at least be well versed in every character. I'm not saying he has to be a master of anybody. I mean, he should be a master of at least a few. But I'm not saying he has to be a master of everybody, but he should certainly have an idea of how matchups work. At the same time, though, the game has continued to change over the years. People have figured out how to get past matchups. People have figured out, and some people have given up on pattern play altogether and just kind of play it out the way they want, which is what players like Low Tier God hates. He hates people who don't have like a pattern or a rhythm to them. You know what I mean? Which you shouldn't be playing like that anyway. But that's neither here nor there.
You couldn't taste anything else.
Well, thank you, Dr. Wang, for a $1 tip. He says, which was a nostalgic moment as a content creator? What time period do you look back on and have fond memories of? I have fond memories of all of this. I love doing this, like I said. Even when I have to play laggy garbage versions of games with fucking lag-abusing scrubs like that piece of shit right there, I still have fun. Because I get to interact with you guys, we get to have fun together. But no, I don't have like a particular time period that I have. Oh, it was so good. Alright, I'll probably play one more game and then I'm done for the night. I don't want to play this fucking lag-abusing idiot all night. Because all he fucking does, he sucks ass.
I'm not a whiny baby. I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
I said, probably one more match. I'm also getting tired. You can't tell. I'm also getting tired, so.
Alright, last match against this fucking guy. Enough of this shit. Enough of this shit. I was big wrong, and if I lose, I lose. I really don't care. I love the laggy stupid shit against this guy. Jesus! Rocked!
Couldn't block. Look at that. Twice he gets the free 3-hit combo because the game won't do what I'm doing. Twice in a row he gets it.
And you can try to make excuses and shit. Your excuses mean nothing. It's 100% cause and effect. And you're oversensitive, dude. Just being very honest here.
I can't block! Here we go! Look how much damage he did! I can't do anything! I can't! He's doing the lag pattern. Yep.
So I'm completely dominating him. Then he just realizes, oh yeah, that's right. When I play with my laggy ass garbage online, I can just keep doing the 3-hit combo and the game won't let you block it nor get out of it. And he just does it endlessly and wins, so... Brutal Bernstein, you are a waste of fucking life. If you never existed on this planet, it wouldn't change anything. Because you fucking suck at Street Fighter. All you do is come on my streams and fucking try to stream snipe me and waste everyone's time with your laggy garbage. You fucking suck. You'll never be good at this game. You'll never beat anyone offline at this game because you are a loser. Enjoy life as a loser.
What the fuck type of shit is that to say to anybody? But that also sounds exactly like what Mike Watson said to him. Well, said about him. When was that? 2010? Was that SoCal Regionals, I think was when that was? It might not have been 2010. I can't remember the year on that one. But even still, like... Yikes. And he wants to call other people fucking sick in the head. You over a fighting game, you're saying that this dude has his life means nothing. Over a video game. Oh shit. Wow. Jesus Christ. And he wonders why the FGC kind of looks at him as a joke. And no one really cares to remember him in any positive light, because maybe, just maybe, there wasn't any positive ones. There wasn't anything that he did positive. Just because you won some tournaments don't mean anything. Especially if you act like an ass clown before, during, and after the tournament. That doesn't necessarily make it positive for anybody, does it? Jesus. All over a fucking video game, man. He treating this shit like he fighting cancer or some shit. This life ain't on the line with this. It's just a game. Oh, because you've been playing it for a long time, you should be able to beat everybody? You would think for as much as he loves this game, or at least he says he loves it, he would actually sit there and actually go through the motions. Not go through the motions, let me word that. He would actually take more time to feel the game out. You know what I'm saying? And try to become the best player he can be. But if you think about it, the only time that he ever played this game, outside a tournament, was for YouTube when he was getting paid for it. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much the extent of Street Fighter's value.
It's salty, but it also has this like sour flavor to it. It does. I've got this aftertaste in my mouth. Ugh. That just, it's not going away. It's a lingering saltiness in my mouth that is just not very pleasant.
Alright, that concludes my stream for tonight. Phenomenal one. Thank you for the $1 tip. I appreciate that. And I don't care about anything about VR chat or anything like that. And he's talking about Unity 3D, and I don't care about that either. But thank you for the $1 tip. Alright. Thank you for watching the stream tonight, guys. I hope that you had fun, regardless of the fact that this is a terrible collection with lag. It's not as bad as it was when it was so bad where every lag was like... But what the problem is, this is what happens with everyone who plays games like this, is eventually they just have bad connections and they abuse the insane online lag shit. Round 1, I dominate. Round 2, oh, that's right, I'm playing in lag. Let me do this thing you can't do anything about in this game because of lag, and just do it over and over. Zero skill, zero knowledge of how to play the game, and the game ends up being frustrating. And, you know, it is what it is. I hate people like that. I like people who want to, like, play it for real and not, oh, I used the lag pattern online because I adapted to the lag. Well, fuck you. Then don't play the game. If all you're gonna do is play with lag, then fucking don't play. And that's why I hate people like that. Alright, but anyway, that is it, guys. Have a good evening. Thank you so much.
That sounds very similar to his bitching about the Mr. Wonder Waffles situation. Remember when he got double perfected in Street Fighter 4 with I think Wonder Waffle was playing Bison at that time, and cleaned his ass up like DSP had won the first round, and he thought he was the shit. He thought he was the shit, and then all of a sudden, nah, then Mr. Wonder Waffle brought that shit out, and there was all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. And then he sat there and railed off about that shit like a bitch. Amazing. Just amazing.
Wow, what a great opponent I have for my final match of the night. Wonder Waffle 407. I'm sure he's been looking forward to this with his Wonder Waffles. Almost 12,000 point Bison. See how he does.
Who will come out on top? Fight!
What the hell? Fuck you. He's horrible. He is terrible. Absolutely awful. I love it. Online play. Only the shitty may apply. Can't do anything. I was pressing buttons. I was actually trying to throw, so I didn't get a tech and I didn't get a fucking throw. I got nothing. The entire round was because I couldn't fucking do any moves online. Wow, dude. He didn't get one legitimate hit. Can't block. Tried to block, he jumped back. Look at this, I can't do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just getting hit. I'm blocking. Oh my god. I did absolutely nothing half that time and still got hit. I was holding back the block. He's jumping. I try to fucking do nothing. He does stuff. Unbelievable. Double perfect. This is online play. This is what you want to see. This is amazing, the level of quality of this online play. Now, it's funny how the first round I beat his ass, and all of a sudden the second and third rounds, none of my moves happen or work. No blocking, no special attacks. Notice that, right? How that's funny? That's called cheating, and that's what everyone does online, which is why you shouldn't fucking play online. Yet you keep asking for me to do it, so I gotta do what my fans want, so hope you enjoyed this real shit-fest session I had tonight.
Supportive stream, right? Very supportive stream. Thank you for all of that.
That's awesome stuff. I can't wait. I'm having so much fun now. Really, seriously, and I cannot wait for more. This is cool because I'm getting that positive vibe that I had for most of 2017. I'm getting it back now. Now, I'm getting that groove back, getting that vibe back. I'm ready for fun stuff. I hope you guys are ready too.
I don't do this for money. I did this, like I said, for 2.5 years on YouTube before I ever made any money doing it. I would continue to stream in some capacity. Of course, it would be a more limited capacity than what I do today. But I would continue to stream even if I couldn't make money doing it.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
The best way for you to contribute, if you want to help me out the most, everybody, is by tipping me, okay? A cheer came in for Third Eye to Third. This is hilarious. And he says, people are making comparison videos of what you said about X Game and the best worst of 2019 and what you said about it during a live stream showing contradictions. Yes, that's because people are stupid.
Well, I think I'm toxic now.
That's because people are incredibly dumb on the internet, and they try to stir up drama wherever they can, and they try to prove out contradictions wherever they can, and they try to act like every statement ever made about a game that I've done is an absolute black and white statement that either can never change or isn't a work in progress, okay? Allow me to tell you something that a mature, intelligent human would know versus a small child, alright? A small child gets told something and thinks that that's an absolute, right? That's how children think. An actual
wait. If that's the case, then what happened that Christmas when you went over to your aunt and uncle's house and everybody had coal in their stocking and you had the biggest piece? And you started crying like a little bitch in front of your family and they had to calm your ass down. What about that? And it wasn't like you were 5 or 6, buddy. How about that? How about that situation? On top of that, just to kind of throw some emphasis out there, the reason why you get shitted on for situations like that is the Assassin's Creed Odyssey stream. When he played it the week before it came up on the bounty board, he was like, it's alright, but I don't like this, I don't like that. He was going off the rails. Then he had that one bounty board stream, and all of a sudden, it was all Hallmark cakes and bubble. It was all Hallmark cards and bubbles. Like, he was sitting there praising that shit throughout that whole stream. You know what I mean? Which was in direct contradiction to what he said only a couple of days previous. That's why people call you out on your dumb shit. That's why people are so quick to point out your contradictions, because you always have some type of selfish and or greedy motive behind it. Like, you know, and you lie so often that if that shit is not caught by one person, it'll eventually be caught by others. And this is the same person, ladies and gentlemen, who looks at his opinion as such that it should be taken into consideration before purchasing a game or deciding whether a game is good or not. He has said this. So if you're going to put your hard-earned dollar or your parents' hard-earned dollars down behind this idiot, you should get the whole story.
Who has a mature brain realizes that things frequently change, that there are many gray areas in life, and that, you know, not everything is an absolute.
I mean, you didn't realize there was gray areas in life until you got into your 30s. Late bloomer, I suppose.
So, for example, today if I'm playing Pokemon Sword, and something frustrates me in Pokemon Sword, and I say, son of a bitch, this fucking game sucks, I can't believe that this shit just happened, this pisses me off, blah, 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 alright? That's a moment of emotion, based off of something that happened in the game that apparently is pissing me off, right? I mean, for example, the thing that I really feel strongly about in Pokemon Sword that sucks is the raids don't really work. Needing a party of friends to join you for a raid. This is not how the raids were supposed to be designed. They actually designed them to either drop in, drop out with random people, and they were supposed to work like that, and quite frankly, they don't. And they never patched the game to fix that. It just is. Apparently, they didn't build the infrastructure in the game properly for these raids to properly work, and I guess we all just gotta accept it, right? This was their first attempt at doing something like this. I'm not surprised it didn't work, but at the same time, it's disappointing when it's an advertised feature of the game that they still haven't gotten it to work 2 months after release, okay? Now, that's something I'm going to criticize. That's something I'm going to yell at, rant about, and complain about when I'm playing. That does not mean the game sucks. That does not mean, you know what I mean, that there's some ultimate hate towards the game. Sadly, idiots think that. Oh my god, I don't understand. I thought Phil said this game was good, but I tune in and Phil's ranting about the game and saying that this part's bad. I can't believe that this game is bad. It's not. You're just stupid.
It's not like he says it's just that part. He'll literally say this game is bullshit, this game is garbage, yada, yada, yada. He says the game as a whole, not this one feature that they didn't come through on. And how the developers are dishonest and people should get fired. If you randomly tuned into a stream and heard somebody say that, one would imply that, well, one, he's probably going a bit off the rails, and two, well, the game must be bad. If you think that people should be fired over it. Just saying. DsP News.
Because you think that one little instance represents the entirety of a playthrough. It doesn't, alright? When I'm doing commentary during a live stream, it's representative of what's happening in the moment of that stream. It's not representative of the entire game. And in fact, I would say, though, if you really want to know my overall opinion on a game, the best way to find out is by watching the credits. Because whenever I beat a game and the credits are rolling, that's typically when I'm going to give you my overall opinion on the game as a total picture kind of a deal. Okay? And what I mean by that is I'm going to
So basically skip the whole playthrough. So watch the first few parts of the playthrough and watch the last couple parts of the playthrough, and that's it. That's basically kind of what he's saying. It doesn't really get that any more cut and dry than that. Because if you watch all of it, you're going to find that this one moment is actually a shitload of moments, spanning over multiple videos. That will probably leave you so disheartened that by the time you get to the last part, his credit scene, if you will, where he gives his honest opinion, it probably wouldn't mean much anyway. You'd be so turned off by his negativity that you wouldn't even give a shit. Oh boy. Oh boy.
The pros and cons. I'm going to tell you what I really liked about the game. I'm going to tell you what I disliked about the game. I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to say whether I really overall liked it or not. I'm going to tell you whether or not you're the kind of person who maybe would want to buy said game. In the case of Pokemon Sword, I was very matter of fact. I said I actually really liked the story. I think seeing these Pokemon in a full 3D for the first time for me was really neat. I liked the wild. It was a very nice system, but I absolutely hated the raids because they don't work. Okay, like I talked about all this when the credits were rolling. This is not a new thing, but these drama hound idiots on YouTube, alright, want to make these videos to cause drama. So they'll take one instance where I'm talking about a game and say, this game sucks because of that. Oh, look, see, Phil said this game sucks, but now here's this Game of the Year award saying the game's one of the best games of the year. Yeah, it's because you're a moron. That's because all you can do in your life is try to fucking make me look bad because you have no talent, you're a fucking complete hack, and you have no ability to make creative content for yourself because you're a brain-dead, drooling idiot, and so are all your viewers, by the way.
And the toxic is still fucking going.
And so this is what you do. When you're a moron, you create drama where it doesn't exist. Anyone with a brain knows that one little thing said during a playthrough is not representative of the entire thoughts of the playthrough. Okay? Now, excuse me. If you want a real representation of how I feel overall about a game, watch what I say during the credits. Now, I dare you, take what I said during the credits of any playthrough in 2019, compare that with what I said in my Game of the Year awards. If there's a dramatic difference there, alright, then fair enough, that's a fair criticism. But not you nitpicking stupid shit to act like it's true. I'll give you a perfect example of this stuff, okay? I'll give you a perfect example of this. A couple years ago, I was playing a game. It was a really horrible game by the name of Rage. No, was it Rage? Actually, I don't know, it wasn't Rage. It was... I can't even remember the name of it. It was that stupid game where you were cutting off the limbs off of the giant orcs or whatever. So it was kind of like Attack on Titan, only it was like orcs that looked like they were from World of Warcraft. It was a really stupid game. Okay, I don't even remember the name of it. And there was one stream where I was playing it, and it was so bad. The game was so fucking bad that at the end of the stream, which I was already scheduled to end at the usual time that I usually end, I slammed my controller, I said, fuck this game, I can't play it anymore today. I'm so annoyed by this, you know, and it was the end of my normal stream anyway. But I slammed on the controller. I said, fuck this, alright? Then the next day I returned to the game, and I played it more, and I beat it. I ended up beating the game. I was actually, if you look, yes, by the way, yes, it was called Extinction, Popsicle, thank you. I was one of the few people on the internet who actually finished it. Most people hated this game so much they just quit it. They played it once, they said, fuck this piece of shit, and they never played it again.
How would he know that when he doesn't follow other YouTubers? And there are plenty of people who have finished that game. So what is he talking about? Like, I want you to think about that. Every person that ever played that game didn't finish it. Or, if you want to give him a little bit of leeway, he falls into this exclusive, in his own head, by the way, this exclusive 1% who played the game and actually beat it. DSP News.
I was one of the few gamers on the internet who beat the fucking game, alright? Yeah, I'm a gamer! That was the truth of the matter. What happens? Some dickhead actually makes a video on YouTube, DSP Rage Quits Extinction. Huh? Rage quit? I'm one of the few people who beat the fucking game. Everyone else rage quit it, not me. Yet the video he makes says I rage quit the game when I didn't. And all he does, he takes the one clip of me getting angry at the game and stopping playing that one day, which was the end of my stream anyway, and says, oh, see, he rage quit. Like, no, I didn't. You're a fucking asshole. You're a complete disingenuous piece of shit who makes drama content on YouTube and tries to take shit out of context to make me look bad. You took that and kind of like I quit the playthrough and ignored the fact that I actually beat the game. So, what the fuck are you talking about, right? It's the same thing with these idiots trying to take shit out of context from a moment in a playthrough and act like that was my entire feeling about the entire game by the time that I'd beaten it. It's not. So, Third Eye, in summary, fuck those idiots who are pieces of human donkey shit who, you know, make this garbage content for YouTube and try to do this, oh, I found a contradiction in what Darkseid feels said, and I'm going to make a video about it so you can get clickbait views, I can make the monies. Instead, what you should do is you should tell those people to fuck off and stop making garbage content and get a fucking life. So there you go.
I don't have items to get rid of toxic. So I can't cure toxic. Oh yeah, I believe I'm a walking contradiction.
Good Game Goblin tipped me $1. He says, do you sometimes look back when you rage at a game and you chilled out after and regret things you said, specifically telling developers they should get fired comes to mind? I mean, obviously, in a moment of rage, I will say things that obviously is not something that's representative of my overall thoughts, like I just explained in detail here.
When you watch me on a stream, you're getting pure, unadulterated fill. You're getting out of me my pure, opinion on the matter. For the most part, it's pure fill. You're getting the real deal. You're not getting the fake acting fill. You're not getting a Muppet, like I like to call some other streamers who, they overact for the camera, they have the dyed hair, and they have to be this certain stereotype to make money from kids. I'm not like that, and you guys know that. For 10 years, I've prided myself on being the real me, not some bullshit character to make money. Alright?
On the pre-stream, yes, in general, there are things.
No, he don't. He does it because it'll publicly hurt him. Outside of that, he'll talk shit all day. All day. And when he says it, he means it. It's not... Yes, he's an emotional bitch, but trust me, the majority of that shit that he says, he meant it. Like, for example, when Machinima, at least publicly, looked like they were finally going down, at least their YouTube page did, he was quick to go up there and say, these people wronged me, this, that, and the third, and now all those people got fired, and I'm glad. I'm glad they got fired. I'm glad they lost their jobs. I'm glad that company went down. Then people were like, the fuck? Hey, Phil, man, you're okay with... You said that you got fired and you thought that was messed up. But now all these people are out of a job too and you're okay with that? It took him like a day. And then he was like, oh, well, I didn't mean that. And I was just... Yeah, he only started crying bitch when people started to call him out on it because it made him look like a fucking hypocrite. Which he does that quite a bit. But he meant what he said. He meant what he said. Just like how he meant what he said when Blip went down. Just like how he meant what he said when, when he thought everybody at the helicopter company were losing their jobs and in actuality they actually got relocated. And he just lost his job, as I'm sure maybe a few others. Things like that. He meant it. He still means it. It's just publicly, he comes out and he's like, well, I didn't actually mean that. I was just talking out of emotion and this, that, and the third. If that's the case, if you have somebody who habitually says negative shit when as a negative response to anything and everything, why would you take anything he says at face value? Why would any of it have any meaning and or value? If he's not smart enough to think before he talks, why would anybody take any of that to consideration? Why would anybody find value in that? Just saying.
Saying and do that are not representative at all of the truth of the matter when it comes to a game overall. Do I wish that anyone in particular...
he's done this for years. He has said this about multiple things. So trust me, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. This is how he feels. This is how he gets down. This is what his thought process is. The only person he's lying to is himself.
Loses their job? No. But if I'm really pissed off in the moment at a game, that there's a piece of a game that's non-functional, or I feel like I've been scammed or ripped off because this is a game that's supposed to be one thing and it ends up not being that, yeah, I'll get really fucking angry and I'll say something stupid like that, okay? Admittedly, obviously it's not always representative of what I feel fully, okay?
I really do feel that as a gamer, I've matured a bit. I've figured out how to handle my anger, and I figured out how to basically handle difficult games. I took anger management classes. It wasn't actually a joke. That's why I haven't been negative.
And I think people know that. I think people get that. They know that I don't wish that people would lose their jobs, and I don't wish that these nasty things would happen to people, but that's what happens when you get caught up in the moment. Okay? Now the other thing is people like to do things that I did long in the past and act like I just did it yesterday. Okay? And so you like go back and you'll say, oh, what are the things that people said about Hideo Kojima back in the day? Can you believe those things he said? And that's why a lot of people still don't like me, is because of things that I did back in the past, right? And that's ridiculous. And that's not representative at all of the real me. That was just me doing over-the-top stupid shit in the past.
Despite the fact that in the years since then, all he's done is reinforced why people don't like him by repeating those same actions with other people over and over and over again.
To try to get, I thought it was all jokes, saying stupid things about Kojima and stuff. No one would take me seriously. And then idiots did. I don't know what else to say. It wasn't being serious, some of the stuff I said back then. But you're talking, literally you're talking 7-8 years ago. You're talking things that so outdated and old. But people start, oh yeah, you see, Phil said this about Kojima. Yeah, what was it, 2002? Excuse me, 2012? But that's supposedly representative of my feelings today. Like, no, if you actually look over the last decade, you'll notice that as a content creator, I have changed dramatically.
Not really, when you still think of those people as stupid idiots. It doesn't look like you've changed that much.
To a point where I do not.
A wiser person would be like, okay, these people who still hate me over it, or they did hate me over it, I get it. I came across extremely disrespectful, like a whiny, petulant little child, and whatnot, extremely immature. And, I understand that they feel the way they feel because of what happened at that time. I wish they'd give me another chance to see that I've grown. If they haven't, no problem. It is what it is. All I can do is keep moving forward. But no, Phil's natural reaction is to insult them. The very people who he wishes would give him a second chance and or just stop slandering him, air quotes, he still feels a need to prod them. He feels the need to insult them. He feels the need to demean them. And in turn, the cycle just continues.
I absolutely do not say and do things like that anymore. I don't do over-the-top insulting stuff because I realize that it's stupid.
So obviously he lied.
Alright, I do my best to try to have a level head, even though, yes, there are times when I will absolutely rage and lose control. I'm not going to go out there and personally say disgusting things about game developers and stuff. I do my best to try to become more of a, like I said, a level-headed guy. Even if it's a moment of rage or a moment of weakness or whatever, usually I can get my composure back, right?
Some people just can't control themselves.
So, yes, that's the truth of the matter. And I do sometimes regret things that I say or do in regards to, in the heat of the moment. And usually, if I realize that, I'll try to go back and apologize if someone calls me out for it or whatever. I'll be honest and be like, yeah, that was really stupid and I shouldn't have done that. And I'll do my best to try to,
Admitting you're at fault and then apologizing are two separate things. Just saying.
Fix that if I can. But yes, I agree with you, Good Game Goblin, okay? And And you know what, Good Game Goblins, here he goes. You told the Infinity War guys they're incompetent over the newest Modern Warfare, but they are. If I'm playing the game and I'm directly criticizing something wrong in the game, I have the right to call a game developer incompetent. Now, should I wish that they lose their jobs? No. That's messed up. Okay, admittedly, no. I don't want anyone to be losing their jobs here or anything like that.
Please understand that I'm not toxic. I'm not.
But the truth of the matter is, I do feel that that dev team is incompetent. They're putting out an inferior product. They're claiming it's the best on the market, right? This is the best first-person shooter on the market, and we really put time and effort into making the best product. And then you play it, and you're like, well, why the hell do I shoot a guy a million times and he doesn't die, and then I die instantly? And you watch the kill cam. That's not what happened on the kill cam. The kill cam is different. You see, that's a criticism. That's different than saying, I hope they all lose their jobs, and they shouldn't be making games. That's different, okay?
But I admit, sometimes I do lose control. I get very angry. I have no fucking self-control.
Situation, I'll go over the top, and I'll say stuff that is not representative of really what I mean just because I'm angry. And just like any human. Every human does this. But the thing is, I'm on the internet, I'm the one with the public face, right? And therefore, I'm the one that gets called out and criticized for it. Even though everyone else does it, I'm the one who kind of gets ripped a new butthole when I do it, right? So it is what it is. Good Game Goblin tipped me $1. Says you have the right to do whatever you want. As an outside observer, it sounds like blaming someone who doesn't deserve it, and I'll leave it at that. Well, that's okay. And you know what? Fair enough. That's your opinion. That's absolutely your opinion.
If you want to believe that everything I say on the stream is false and I never actually take blame for anything, I mean, go ahead. So, the truth of the matter is, if you actually do watch my content as a whole, you would actually see that I do take blame when I feel that it's justly deserved. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct because I've done nothing wrong. I make mistakes.
That's like him saying, oh, for you guys who watch the Tractor content and have based your opinion off of me because of that, you should go back and watch all of my old playthroughs, meaning Phil. You should go back and watch all of his old playthroughs to see how he's actually a good person. Or you should do 5 minutes of research. Keep in mind, this idiot has been dropped by sponsorships. Sponsorships have dropped him after doing some research, or some Good Samaritans dropping some info on them, and then they did their research, and then they dropped him. So keep that in mind, too.
Human. But most of the things that happened to me, I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Zero.
If I'm playing a fighting game and I completely get fooled, or I screw up an input, I press the wrong button, I'll say that.
You mean when you get outplayed?
Problem is that 9 times out of 10 when something goes wrong in a fighting game, it really is because of the netcode affecting me and my gameplay.
So 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, when he so 9 matches out of 10, if he loses those 9 matches, it's the game's fault. He had nothing to do with it. His gameplay was on point. He couldn't be fucked with. It was the game's fault. It was the netcode's fault. It's the other player cheating, trying to make a name off Dark Side Phil. Like anybody would even know that. Alright.
In a first-person shooter, I'm certainly not an expert. And so you might say, well, Phil just sucks at first-person shooters. And that's okay. If that's what you want to believe. I can't change your opinion on that. And I've certainly never said that I'm some pro-level guy at first-person shooters.
I'm just overall pretty
Then just
good.
admit that you're bad at them. Just admit that you're bad at it. When people say that you suck at sorry, you do suck at the FGC, really. But that you suck at first-person shooters, just accept it. Because it's true. It's true. He's been playing PlayerUnknown's Battleground for what? Almost a year? Almost. And he just recently discovered that you could lean. Yikes.
All kinds of different games. You want to know the truth? I'm probably one of the best overall gamers in the country.
All I know is that in general, when I'm playing a game and I'm shooting the guy that's standing directly in front of me, and the game shows me apparently shooting the guy multiple times, but then I instantly die, I watch the kill cam. And it shows that guy shot me 4 times first, when on my screen it never showed any of those. That's just frustrates the shit out of me, okay? So, it is what it is. If you really like Modern Warfare, or you really believe Infinity War did a great job, and you're peeved at me for criticizing that, that's okay. It's perfectly within your realm to have those feelings, okay?
And be idiots, right? Like the idiots who got mad at you over the Hideo Kojima thing. Those people are still idiots for not liking you. But over Modern Warfare, it's okay if they think less of you. That's not hypocritical at all.
Indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Silly ass shit. All right, let me clean up, and I'll be with you guys literally in just a second. Wild, just absolutely wild. Terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, so let's see where we're at with this. Thank you yet again to Snort Burnell. Very much appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Money buys happiness. Not for Phil, especially with the amount of debt that he's in. I feel like he's just gonna die in debt, and that's a really terrible thing to say. I admit that, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen. He had a decent run. It could have been a great run. It could have been a great run. But because he's a lazy, ungrateful piece of shit, a sloth in a lot of ways, and even then that's insulting to sloths, he sat there and shit it up for over a decade. He wanted more than what he was worth having, what he was willing to even work to obtain. And he's lost everything. So now he's kind of living by that whole situation of living your best life. That's Phil. Despite the fact that everything is crumbling around him. And he made his bed. It's his own personal little hell, and he's gonna have to live with it. And the thing is that he can't live with, though, ladies and gentlemen, is when it comes down to the fact that he loses that house. When he loses that house in Renton, Washington, oh my God, the detractor video is gonna come for his ass. And he's not ready for that. Not even close. And he knows it. He knows it. We're gonna be all over him for that. There are going to be videos made by everybody on that. And then everybody's going to end up circulating that shit. And then it's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns into one of those things where even PewDiePie's like, oh shit, Darkside Phil lost his house? Yikes. Amazing. Anyway, the hype train is cool, but I prefer tips. Make of that what you will. I've given my general idea on what he should do with that. But eventually he'll probably just fade it out, because it's not going to find it to be beneficial. Now, his reunion with Evilaj. Great stuff. I need to go over the stream. I'm going to do it. I don't know when, but it'll be for a weekend though, for sure. Set it up for like a Saturday or Sunday or something. And if I feel like I can at least keep pace with it, then maybe that's something we can do. So that's what my thoughts on that. Evilaj handed him his ass because AJ is a better player. He's an overall better player. He's a better thinker. His execution's better. He can adapt better. You know what I'm saying? He has all of he has all of the qualifications, or he has at least most of the qualifications that one would look for in a fighting game player, on top of the fact that the dude plays more often than Phil does. He practices. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and drop something for like 2 months and then come back and think it's all going to be there. It's just not going to work. And you're definitely not going to get anywhere beating up scrubs. That's going to put you more at a deficit than anything. But, you know, Phil's not that smart, you see. And King of Contradictions, it's just the way Phil Burnell is. It's the only way that he can justify his existence. And that's the only way he can kind of really justify his opinion. He has to contradict everything he does because he don't think. And what is one thing he hates, it'll be something that he loves the next day, as long as he can benefit from it. So there is no morals in it. It's just what benefits him and what doesn't. And let's see here. Oh, and I can't control my temper tantrums. He can't. He's just a whiny little bitch. And he's emotional. And it's because he's emotional, he's weak. And it's not, well, no, he's weak. He's weak. He's not weak strictly because he's emotional. He's weak because he allows himself to be weak. Being emotional is one thing, yeah? But letting that consume your entire being, right? To where you will literally lash out at everybody for every little thing that you feel that contributed to your failure because you just can't do it, or you're not willing to learn how to do it, or you're not willing to practice, or you're not willing to commit yourself, or because you feel that the game is beneath you and you should be able to pick it up and just play it well at any time of day, is ridiculous. You're just not talented that way. You're not built that way. Those shoes ain't your size. A man can accept that. A child can't. Certainly a whiny little pig can't. And actually most kids can understand what their limitations are, but most kids have the drive to work at it. This 37-year-old doesn't. He needs to be handheld by other kids to make him feel better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the that's pretty much the end of that nonsense. Wild shit. Just wild shit. Like I said, 2020 should be good. I know some people were looking at 2019 and there were some dry patches. I think in 2020 he's gonna end up showing his ass because of he's probably been in more trouble now than he ever has been. So if you guys have been looking for gold dust, if you guys are looking for a lot of those hot takes, I think this year is going to be the year for it. I honestly think. So we'll see. But like I said, it's still early on. There's no need to jinx it. But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. I very much appreciate it. I'll see you guys for the next broadcast, whenever that may be. Hopefully sooner than later. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can count on. A GTG Networking Productions for the Snort Report and Snortbucks Coffee. I've been your host / anchor, GTG, and I'm signing off. Take care of yourselves, guys. And pay your taxes. In the broadcast.